everybody, it's Masterath here, and welcome! I remembered it! I remembered it this year, and I remembered it last year, and didn't remember it the year before that. I didn't remember it that time, but I remembered it this time, and last year. So, there you go. Anyway, welcome to the much-anticipated Wheel of Let's Plays for Masterath Gaming 2022. But also, a very interesting caveat to kick off this. Today is the 4th of November 2021, which celebrates my 11th year of making YouTube videos on this channel. And, well, what have we done in the last couple of years? It's been nuts. The subscriber count is over 2,000. Over 3,500 videos have been uploaded. 260 odd Let's Plays, over that actually. But yeah, so much. I've got me Twitch now starting and everything over the last 4 or 5 months. So yeah, 11 years of making content on this channel. And also 14 years and 5 months, had to check that there, exactly, of making YouTube videos all together. So, the Wheel of Let's Plays. For new watchers, this is essentially a big reveal of all of the new Let's Plays that will be coming out from me in 2022, due to my very vast recording and scheduling. I'm usually about a year ahead. I did burn out a bit earlier this year, so my schedule has taken a slight hit, but it's not really too much. But we shall begin the Wheel of Let's Plays. What is the first one? To be seen. I'm not very good at these. Anyway. Okay, well at least it showed that one first. Yep, Gunman Clive is one that I've wanted to do for a while. A shooter 2D platformer, which looks very sort of elegant in its colouring style, and essentially it's a Western shooter which goes off the rails. Pretty fun game altogether. Very fun. Short, but enjoyable. Turn the volume down just in case you can hear that in the background there. Now this is one that I didn't expect to do, but I bought this game because I liked the idea of it and really enjoyed it. Fight Crab is essentially a third-person fighting game where you fight as giant crabs, fighting against other giant crabs and lobsters and everything else. Essentially, crustaceans are huge, and they can use cars and trees and destroy buildings and use giant weapons to kick the ever-loving crap out of their opponents. Also, it has a pretty decent power metal soundtrack, which I am very much a fan of. Okay, let us continue with the Wheel of Let's Plays. Well, there you go. That's the Gunman Clive ones out of the way. The second and last game in the series. Gunman Clive 2. Very much similar to the first one. It's all about shooting stuff, and it gets weird at the end. As it should. It is Gunman Clive after all. Okay, next game. It's going to be... Right. The next game in my... I wouldn't even call it an endeavor to play all the Sonic games, but, you know, to at least play some of them. Shadow the Hedgehog! I'm playing it on the Nintendo GameCube, and it goes around with Shadow, as Eggman says, the second most popular character of the whole canon. Yes, he did actually say that at some point. For people who didn't hear that, or don't know where it comes from, watch the television series Sonic Boom. It's actually quite enjoyable. A lot better than the game. No, I'm not playing Sonic Boom. Anyway, Shadow the Hedgehog! Yeah, sadly, it's one of these games that, well, that I thought was great when I was younger, and I have realised that it's not. It's not as bad as Sonic 06, though. I will stand to that. And the next game is going to be... Oh, I thought it was going to be GeoGuessr. Never mind. Well... Earlier this year, The Binding of Isaac Repentance was finally released. So, of course I was going to Let's Play it, right? This is the apparent final expansion. And it's a big expansion. and a really, really cruel expansion. This brings along some of the most difficult characters to play as. Tainted Lost, which is essentially Lost in Rebirth, but possibly worse or better. Jacob and Esau, and just Tainted Jacob in general. When I mentioned my burnout earlier this year, this game was the main reason for it. I'm sorry, but trying to do one video and it taking you nearly a month to do because the game kept screwing you over, and I'm just not good at playing the game, that will do that to some people. Hoping to get that one done, though. I'm still going through that at the moment. Well, on a request from Dark Valen in the YouTube comments, I did check out Swords and Souls, and I very much enjoyed it. So I'm going to be playing it. Well, I have already Let's Played it, and that has all been done. But yeah, this is a really fun game. They released a sequel, which it'll be coming up later. And yeah, just altogether, a really fun sort of RPG, create a character, earn loads of money, level up in some quite fun mini-games, actually. Quite enjoyable. And the next game is going to be the, at the moment, last game in the Swords and Sandals series that I haven't done yet, that is not a remake. And before people say anything, I count Swords and Sandals Mini Fighters as essentially a reskin of Swords and Sandals 2, so it's pretty much a remake. This is an all-new Swords and Sandals experience, Swords and Sandals Pirates, where you go around in the Four Oceans War, just absolutely destroying everything, taking islands, getting really bad dice rolls, dying, coming back, and then taking over the lands again, in a quite hectic war of the ships. And the next game is going to be... well, I'm not sure if this one's going to be done, but, you know, currently going through it, but it is currently on hiatus, but I certainly aim to get back into playing this at some point. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Yes, the next game in the Fire Emblem series. I did Fire Emblem 7 and Fire Emblem 8 Sacred Stones a long time ago. This is Fire Emblem 9 for the GameCube. A really rare game that I own 2 copies of. That's my fault, because I bought the first one, which was only available, well, it could only be played in North America. Yes, I bought an NTSC version. I was an idiot back then. But anyway, Path of Radiance is the first, I believe, 3D Fire Emblem game, and it is a lot of fun. I'm just kind of burnt out on that, so I was focusing on other things, but I'm sure I'll get back into Path of Radiance at some point to obviously finish the Let's Play. And the next game is going to be, well, if anyone didn't think this was going to happen next year, then welcome to the channel. So, Swords and Sandals Immortals is supposed to be coming out in May 2022. And yep, it will be Let's Play by me if it does come out in May 2022, pretty much. If it does take a bit longer, it might have to be early 2023 that it gets uploaded, just so I can go through the game. But from what it looks like it looks aesthetically pleasing, the music looks great and everything, and essentially it's the sequel to Swords and Sandals 3. It was originally called Swords and Sandals 6, which I'd prefer to call it Swords and Sandals 6. Just have it Swords and Sandals 6 Immortals. The rest of the numbered series have their own taglines. I don't know why this one couldn't, but marketing, I get it. But still, Swords and Sandals Immortals will be played next year, providing the game comes out in May 2022. So, things could change on that one. It's all up to you, Oliver! And the next game is going to be, well, I did play the original Portal and really enjoyed it, so this one was a given that I would Let's Play at some point. Portal 2! More portals, more robots hating us, and more puzzle solving. Oh, and more death as well. That usually happens. And the next game is going to be, how many have we got? 6 left. Well, here is the, at the moment, only really old game that I'm playing, which is Asterix for the Sega Master System. Yeah, really old. But this is one of the games that I did own on the Sega Master System that I actually haven't completed as of yet. I have one more after this. Actually, do I? Yeah, I do. I have the Ninja. Oh, God. Having to go through that. But anyway, Asterix. Everyone knows Asterix, surely, don't they? Little Gaul character, magic potions, big, fat bastard Obelix as well, and their little dog, Dogmatics, beating up all the Romans in one punch. It's Asterix. It's quite a lot of my childhood there. Playing the arcades back when I was younger. That was nice. Well, I can safely say that this one is definitely going to be uploaded in 2022. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is probably one of my most anticipated Let's Plays to date, because I've teased it in 2 separate montages, but hasn't been uploaded yet. Reason for that, sadly, is because I did start on the original one last year, but my computer died. It's pretty much dead. So I had to pretty much redo it, which I did earlier this year. So don't worry, that has now been completed, and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness will actually be the first Let's Play of 2022, technically coming out in 2021. Yeah, New Year's Eve 2021, Gale of Darkness. Get hyped. And with 4 to go, our next one is going to be... Well, it was about time I played this one, I think. For people who don't know, or people who haven't been watching my stuff for a while, I'm quite a big fan of geography. So, a game that is essentially geography in a game. Of course I was going to play GeoGuessr, as we go through pretty much battle royals to see if we can actually win one. Plus, trying to go through Google Street View and trying to find out where the bloody hell you are from your surroundings and the languages. Lots and lots of languages. Lots and lots of me getting things wrong. But the game will tell me that, so the YouTube comments don't have to. So your job is safe. It's fine. You can have a day off. Speaking of hiatuses, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. So, this game is about 3 years in the making. I started doing this Let's Play a couple of years back and completely burnt out on it. I decided to keep the old footage, because why not? Because I was so far into it. You really expected me to delete all of it? That's only ever happened once. But, Legacy of the Duelist, I'm currently up to the Zexal period, so there's still Arc 5 to go. But I will hopefully endeavour to try and get this Let's Play done for 2022. Latest, early 2023, as long as I don't slack off or there's another game that piques my fancy that probably takes about 200 parts to do. Anyway, I'm going to take a drink here because my throat's getting a bit dry. Well, we saw Swords and Souls, so here's its sequel. Available on Steam, Swords and Souls Never Seen, pretty much a similar way to how Swords and Sandals 2 did for Swords and Sandals, the original one, where it just elongates it, more enjoyable, better looking, and just everything, pretty much. By the way, my creator character is going to be in both of these, so creator character will return, so that'll be quite nice. And last but not least, the final game is one that, oh geez, they probably expected me to play this. You probably expected me to play Monster Train, right? It's Monster Train. How could I not? Monster Train is a card game, pretty much like Slay the Spire, but on steroids. And this game is loads of fun. Pretty much you are in hell trying to save the pyre from heaven's, I guess, crusaders, you could say. Are we the bad guys because we are part of hell? They are invading us after all, so who knows? But all you know is the DLC is tough. I do go through both, by the way, the last Divinity and the original games, so don't worry, that will all be Let's Played in this. It's going to be another long one. So that is it from the Wheel of Let's Plays. Just to let you know, if people want to know the long Let's Plays here, at the moment, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, Monster Train, and Binding of Isaac Repentance. All 60 parts or over. So that's 6 months already with just them. Those, we don't know about Path of Radiance because I haven't completed that as of yet, but I'm about halfway through, I'd say, so that'll probably join it. But yes, folks, those are the games on the Wheel of Let's Plays 2022. The card does subject to change, so it could be the case that some of them might be moved to the start of 2023. Or it could be the fact that something new comes along. Who knows? This is just a rough estimate at the moment of what will be coming out in 2022 from me. Anyway, folks, I hope you've all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what games you are looking forward to in 2022 from this lovely wheel. And I'd just like to give a brilliant shout out to the Patreon pledges of Powerhouse Miniatures, Zega the Chaos King, and Leo MR for their continued support in, helping out with the future of this channel. It is very, very much appreciated. I also should have mentioned that in the montage, but I kind of forgot. I will endeavour to not do that for future. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it from this video of the Masterath Gaming Wheel of Let's Plays 2022. I'm going to give my voice a rest, and I'll see you for more Luigi's Mansion tomorrow. I'll see you then.